So it's been less than 24 hours since the Dutch election results have been tallied. I am an elder millennial and I do have a slower cadence of speech, so if you need it to go faster, make sure you hold so that it's twice the speed. For those who are new, I'm Jen, a US digital marketer who moved to Amsterdam and became a Dutch national. You may be reading up on reports that say the Dutch election results are a shockwave in Europe. And here's why. The Netherlands has a reputation of being one of the most tolerant nations in Europe. Well, the party that won the most seats in the Tweede Kamer, otherwise known as the Dutch Parliament, is none other than the Partij voor de Vrijheid, or otherwise known as the PVV. In translation, that means Party for Freedom. Yes, that PVV, otherwise known as the party helmed by the Dutch Donald Trump, known as Geert Wilders. I am a queer-identifying woman of Asian descent, and his party's manifesto is deeply frightening for someone like me. The PVV's manifesto includes a binding referendum to leave the EU. Yes, Nexit. Nigel Farage, anyone? Scrapping the public broadcasting system. Banning Islamic ideology in schools, while at the same time allowing other faiths such as Judaism, Christianity, and Buddhism to be present. Freezing the entry of asylum seekers, particularly those coming from Syria. Rolling back the climate change policy. Utilizing the military to regain the streets when necessary. Stronger alliance with Israel. And banning voting rights of dual nationals, like myself. So yeah, it's considered a shock that one of the most tolerant countries in Europe is following the recent wave of populism to go far right. But this is a cautionary tale for people like myself who live in major cities, in this case, Amsterdam. Our cities are not a reflection of the entire country. And in fact, most oftentimes, the rest of the country will vote startlingly against the interests of these cities. We saw this in the US, Argentina, UK, Italy, and surprisingly, in the Netherlands. But when you think about the size of this country and the density of it, and how most major cities such as Utrecht, Amsterdam, we don't reflect the wider interests of the rest of the nation. Remember, a lot of the country is also farmlands, and their interests are not at all overlapping with what we in the cities are concerned about. However, just because the PVV won the majority of seats does not mean that everything is said and done. The Dutch parliament does function on coalitions, so they will have to form alliances with other parties to get their policies moving forward. It will be interesting to see which parties fall in line with Geert Wilders. Stay tuned as I try not to freak out.